Tuko na solution ya engineering na tuko na pesa ya kufanya hiyo kazi.
Sina imani na hii serikali.
We had been promised by the government it will be complete, let's say in 6 months.
Kwani wanangojea kampeni ifike ili wakuje sasa wapige na hii barabara kampeni.
From dusty plains of Marsabit to the coastal shores of Mombasa.
Simu utakuwa unapiga free of charge. Simu haitakuwa inakatika kwa sababu sasa tutakuwa tumedeploy internet.
From Moyale
Nageni Mbadada Yoya
to the lakeside city of Kisumu.
Josia ya untie.
Commitments have been made to Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Kila chief in the next 6 months atakuwa na tablet.
William Ruto to move forward and receive.
Nearly 4 years into the Kenya Kwanza administration, KTN embarks on a journey tracing the footprints of every project that the Kenya Kwanza administration has promised Kenyans since they took office. This promise tracker, a KTN special report, begins right here
at the Nithi Bridge in Tharaka Nithi County. This is the most promised project by President William Ruto. Did he deliver or not?
Hii Nithi itakoma kuua wananchi wa hapa Meru na Tharaka Nithi na sehemu hii. Hii Nithi Bridge mimi nitatengeneza. Kuna bridge hapo imesumbua sisi na nakumbushwa kila siku inaitwa Nithi Bridge. Hiyo Nithi Bridge contractor amefika ako kwa hapo. Nimekubaliana na DP hapa, sio this week, hiyo wiki ingine si ndio DP? The other week. Huyu mjamaa tuko tayari na contractor ana mobilize. Mimi nataka alete contractor the other week ya bridge ya Nithi.
My assurance to you is that we now have a solution for Nithi Bridge.
Maendeleo ni safari.
In the backyard of Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, I spent several hours gazing at the infamous Nithi Bridge. To call this bridge risky would be an understatement. Perched above a treacherous stretch, Nithi Bridge is a constant reminder of a tragedy waiting to happen. Yet, for almost 4 years, President William Ruto has campaigned and used it to woo the people of Meru and Tharaka Nithi.
Hii Nithi Bridge, hii Nithi
for Nithi Bridge.
Nithi Bridge ya Nithi. Mimi nitatengeneza.
Today, the question remains, has the promise of a lasting solution crossed the notorious Nithi Bridge? President William Ruto's promises have turned out to be nothing more than smoke and mirrors. When KTN conducted a spot check, the reality on the ground told a different story. The same bridge that was constructed decades ago still stands. For years, this neglected structure has remained a silent witness to tragedy, claiming tens of lives. Several years down the line, concerned citizens are left wondering whether this was just optics.
Sina imani na hii serikali. Hata kama wamefanya tu vitu zenye hatuelewi, hatuna imani na hii serikali kabisa. Kwa sababu ni serikali ya kusema, lakini inasema tu bila matendo. Na si ati pesa ati haiko, pesa haiko. Sasa tunauliza, kwani wanangojea kampeni ifike ili wakuje sasa wapige na hii barabara kampeni? Sababu walisema kuna pesa.
Hata inaanza kupasuka hapo chini. Tutengenezewe hiyo haraka iwezekanavyo. Tuone kama watu wetu sio wa Tharaka Nithi, ni watu wa Kenya mzima ndio wanakufia hapo. Lakini ukiangalia wale wengi ni wale wanatoka Maua, Meru, pande hiyo.
Because President William Ruto and his deputy are on record stating different quotations mixing the entire nation.
We have 7 billion shillings ya kujenga Nithi Bridge.
Sasa tumeweka pesa ya serikali 1.7 billion ya kujenga hiyo barabara, ya kujenga hiyo barabara kiasi, lakini mainly the bridge.
Tuko na solution ya engineering na tuko na pesa ya kufanya hiyo kazi.
There is 2 solutions to that bridge. One will cost us 5 billion shillings and they have designed how it's going to happen. The other one is going to cost us 50 billion shillings.
Hii Nithi Bridge mimi nitatengeneza. Inahitaji shilingi bilioni 7. Ni pesa nyingi.
One phrase has become synonymous with President William Ruto's pledge: in 6 months.
In 6 months time, for the next 6 months, in the next
6 months. And within 6 months, in the next 6 months.
Kuanzia mwezi wa sita.
The "in 6 months" phrase is actually not new to President William Ruto's political vocabularies. It predates his presidency. Long before he occupied the highest office in the land, then serving as deputy president under the Jubilee administration, Ruto stood before crowds and made a bold commitment regarding the construction of Kamarinyi Stadium.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Kamarinyi in West Pokot, which is historic, will be complete.
Years later, that pledge remains a reference point in conversations about political promises. It is a pattern that continues to draw scrutiny, especially whenever familiar timelines resurface in new projects. And Kenyans are now asking if 6 months is a deadline or merely a political catchphrase. Let's shift focus to Elgeyo Marakwet County. And for residents here, the Kamarinyi Stadium pledge became a symbol of waiting and delayed transformation. The stadium, referred as a cherished athletic hub in a region known for producing world-beating runners, remained untouched for years since that promise was made. And it is not just Kamarinyi. President William Ruto promised many others before he took office.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Chuka will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Moyale will be complete. In a couple of months, the stadium in Eldoret will be complete. In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out. In Kiambu, in another 3-4 months, the stadium will be complete.
And now, with the full weight of presidency behind him, it has not taken 3 months or 6 months or a few months like he mentioned it. It has taken President William Ruto's administration 3 years, and still there is little to show. Kamarinyi is set to host Mashujaa Day on October 20th this year, but construction is yet to commence. And perhaps the government will have to look for alternative grounds to host the national celebration. Looking back on Labor Day, the celebrations in Vihiga County were inside the grounds of Chavakali High School, where classrooms gave way to tents and a school field had been transformed into a national stage. Yet, just a few heartbeats away, Kidundu Stadium, once promised, is yet to be completed. Its construction stalled and later went silent.
We are at the preliminary stages, preparing, securing the area, constructing the perimeter wall.
Then there is Wote Stadium in Makueni County, a project that was launched with optimism in 2017 by President William Ruto, then Deputy President. He promised it would be completed within 6 months.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete.
Wote Stadium, that we had been promised by the government, it will be complete, let's say in 6 months. And this field has become an impediment on how we can grow our talents. We are having a lot of congestion because in this town we only have one field. That is a police ground hosting 10 senior teams and 4 junior teams and 4 lady teams.
Several years down the line, over 300 million Kenyan shillings have been spent on the project. But on the ground, there is little to match the scale of investment.
We would really like and would really appreciate that this field is put into use first.
Adjacent to Wote Stadium, President William Ruto's pet project, the affordable housing, is slowly taking shape. Many question about priorities, or is it just optics? Then there is the Kiprugut Chumo Stadium in Kericho, formerly Kericho Green, that hosted the 2023 Mashujaa. In the lead up to the event, the stadium received a facelift. Its surfaces were polished and sections upgraded to meet the demands of a national ceremony. But the moment Kenyans departed, the moment appeared to fade with them.
We are going to redesign the stadium. We are going to remove the current terrace that you see and do new terraces and rework the field and the running track so that we provide 8 trains in the standard they should be.
The shell of half-built arenas stand as monuments to broken pledges 2 years later. Notably, the stadium had previously received 37 million Kenyan shillings in 2020. Altogether, 437 million Kenyan shillings has been spent here with little to show.
Tulikuwa tumeweka tartan track hapo mbeleni. I think it was in 2020. Kwa ile renovation ilifanywa wakati ya Mashujaa, tartan track haiko. Na ukiangalia pia kiwanja bado haijafika ile standard inafaa.
Ukiona nyasi ni ile ya ng'ombe. Hapa mvua ikinyesha season ya mwezi wa 4 vizuri, hakuna game inachezwa hapa. Inakuwa kama ni shamba ya ng'ombe.
In Nyeri Tech Rirungu Stadium.
In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out.
It is one of the projects that have been relaunched multiple times. In 2023, Ruto himself commissioned its construction, but little progress followed, and the contract was terminated after consuming over 250 million Kenyan shillings. By 2025, the project was handed to the Kenya Defence Forces with an estimated cost of 800 million Kenyan shillings. 3 years on, what was envisioned as the largest stadium in the Mount Kenya region, intended to serve Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua and Nyeri counties, remains unfinished. In total, the Kenya Kwanza administration has already spent close to 1 billion Kenyan shillings on this project.
Sasa nimeamurisha ya kwamba hii Ruringu sasa nimeambia watu wa jeshi wakuja wanisaidie kukamilisha hiyo Ruringu. And I am very confident that by the end of this year, we will complete Ruringu.
For President William Ruto, the clock appears to have long run out on the promises once made with certainty and conviction.
For the next 6 months, in the next 6 months, and within 6 months, in the next 6 months.
What were presented as firm timelines have since dissolved into years, while the silence of unfinished projects continues to grow louder. So, dear Mr. President, the nation asks, was it ever about service or survival? Vera Mora, KTN.